One of Breck's original family restaurants is up for sale after 38 years under one owner. Phil Lindeman, Crystal 93 News. First, a snowboarder died Sunday morning on a jump at the Snowmass Terrain Park. The Aspen Times reports 20-year-old Tyler Ham of Pitkin County was unresponsive when ski patrol arrived. He was pronounced dead soon after. Official cause of death is pending an autopsy. Ham is originally from North Carolina and worked as a cook on the mountain. He is the 11th skier fatality of the season and first in a terrain park. Fatty's Pizzeria, one of the oldest restaurants in downtown Breckenridge, could have a new owner for the first time in 38 years.
You had Seamus's across the street, and you had the AR next door. I mean, back in those days, it was a dirt ridge street and no sidewalks or streetlights.
That was longtime owner John Daisy. The Chicago native bought Fatty's in 1981 and quickly turned it into a locals bar.
We used to be known as the last call bar. You know, to get the last shot back in the 80s and the 90s.
Today, Fatty's is a family favorite. Daisy is selling it to the owners of Twist and Relish, also downtown. It's been on the market about 1 year. They finalized the sale later this month for an undisclosed amount.
Had two deals fall apart, and so until I get a check in my hand, I'm still working.
New owners Matt Fackler and Thomas Messerschmidt, a.k.a. TJ, will likely freshen up the menu, but Daisy doesn't expect them to gut the Breck favorite.
Once I get a feel for it, I mean, I think some fresh blood in here, tweak it and make it better.
So what will Daisy be doing with all his free time?
And I'm pretty fortunate to have a lot of buddies up here that like to fly fish, and that's first priority.
Stay tuned to Crystal 93 for more details as the sale gets closer. Last week, we reported on the disparity between local wages and cost of living, showing how some locals earn $1 to $13 less than they need for basics like rent and health care. It's made life difficult on employees and owners, like John Daisy at Fatty's.
Over the last couple of years where the workforce has really tightened up, it even makes it harder.
So what is being done to close the gap when 70% of local jobs rely on the ski industry? Tamara Drinkstavit with the FERC.
Whether that's talking about diversifying our economy so that we have more sort of middle to high-end jobs in Summit County, or looking for more creative solutions to support our working class families. I do think that there are solutions out there.
The Summit Foundation has launched a health sharing program to cut costs for healthy, active locals. Measure 1A, known as Strong Futures, gives $2 million annually to both childcare and mental health programs. Drinkstavit says that's a step in the right direction. Snowboarders with the Australian national team have been at Copper since late January, including Tess Cody, a slopestyle athlete who blew her ACL before the 2018 Olympics. She's rehabbing with Mike, a physical therapist, and recovery isn't all work all the time.
A bit of time to ride, so hang out, do the first run or two with the athletes in the morning, and then spend a couple of hours doing my own thing, and then look after them in the afternoon.
The Australian team leaves the U.S. today, making way for the USASA Rev Tour at Copper and more than 100 youth athletes. They compete through Friday in slopestyle and halfpipe. In sports, the Nuggets played the Heat tonight. Game time is 7 p.m. The Avalanche are off until tomorrow for the Maple Leafs. In World Cup ski racing news, French skier Alexis Pinturault took first at today's Alpine Combined. Bryce Bennett was top American, finishing in 11th. Tomorrow, men and women race the team event. At the final day of Freestyle World Championships in Utah yesterday, Silverthorne's Chris Corning earned his very first world title for snowboard slopestyle, while Crested Butte's Aaron Blunk won ski halfpipe. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, the annual Winterbike Fat Bike Race comes to Copper Saturday, where Ryan Graber of Como won the men's title and Boulder's Tamira Genlink won the women's race. Breck native Taylor Sheldon finished second. Fellow local Katie Anderson took third. All Summit High teams have the night off. Boys and girls basketball are back tomorrow for Palisade away. And the Breckenridge Vipers lost to the Vail Yeti over the weekend 11-2 at home. The Vipers play again this weekend for Pikes Peak and Breck. Phil Lindeman, Crystal 93 News.